G'day guys, it's Dom here from Yak Hunters Australia. Today we are out at North Pine Dam, which is about 45 minutes north of Brisbane. And today we're going to do another kayak review, this time reviewing the Paddle Po 3.2 by Bay Sports. So what we're going to do is to get a bit of a run through of the specs and the features of this kayak, and then we're going to take it out on the water for a nice thorough field test. So the first thing we'd like to cover is the kayak's portability, its weight, and its overall dimensions. So when we're talking a pedal kayak, generally we're talking about a pretty heavy piece of equipment. With this kayak, we're only looking at about 28 kilos, completely unrigged. So that really enables you to be able to get it up on your roof, either on your own if you're a decent sized chap, or if you've got a couple of people, very easy to lift up and down from the roof. The pedal drive system, it weighs in at about 8 kilos. So put together, we've still got a pretty light pedal kayak. So as the name suggests, this is a 3.2 meter kayak. It also comes in a 4 meter model if you are a little bit bigger and you want a little bit more room in the deck space. But this one here is 3.2 meters long. It comes in at 84 centimeters wide, and overall, that width provides some stability, which we will cover a little bit later on. So when we're looking at the Bay Sports Paddle Po 3.2, the build quality is actually quite impressive. The mold is sharp, it's nice clean edges, and altogether the kayak as a whole has been put together very well. To give you a bit of a walkthrough of the layout and accessories, at the front here you have a 35 litre hatch. One of the things I like about this particular hatch is that it has a waterproof seal. So you're going to be able to put some of your wallet, phone, keys, any other fishing equipment that you need to keep dry in the front hatch here. As we come through the kayak, the next feature that I think is a real standout is the rails here. So you've got rails along the front and then your rails along the side. That's going to enable you to be able to mount your rod holders, your fish finders and transducers, and any other accessories that you need to be able to have within easy reach. The pedal drive system here is one that's very easy to be able to access. You pop off this little hatch here, which once again has a waterproof seal on it, and you're very easily able to bring the pedal drive system up and out of the water when you're coming towards the shore. So the pedal drive system itself, I said earlier, it weighs about 8 kilograms, but the build quality of this was something I was pretty impressed with. It's made out of anodized steel, and instead of a belt drive system, it's got a geared system that's going to enable you to be able to get good bang for your buck from your leg strokes out on the water. It's one that you can push forwards and you'll obviously go forwards, but you can also reverse and put it in backwards and you'll actually go back this way. If we come a little bit further through the kayak, you've got a podium or a raised seat. Now, this raised seat here, with a few little twists of the screws here, you can move forwards and backwards depending on how tall you are, so you can set yourself up in the right position to be able to get the most velocity out of your leg drive. I really like the fact that it's got a raised seat. It's going to keep you comfortable out in the water all day. If you're anything like me and likes to do 5, 6, 7, 8 hour sessions, having a raised seat is an absolute must. As we come through the back of the kayak here, we've got some flush rod holders for you to be able to stick your rods in whilst you're out fishing, and then coming through to the back you've got a nice storage area with 2 more rails for other accessories like your lights. One of the features I actually really do like about this kayak is its rudder system. So it's situated pretty comfortably just to the right hand side of the seat. You pull it left, you go left, push it to the right, you go right. But what I do like is the fact that the rudder is positioned up underneath the hull rather than one of the rudders that you have to flip down into the water. Having it directly positioned underneath the hull, you'll have the water pushing straight through underneath the kayak and really getting straight past that rudder system, and it really should make for speed of turn and real comfortable use on the water. So if we're talking overall layout for this kayak, the way it's set up is great, but there's probably one feature in which I think they should probably look at building in moving forward, is just somewhere to be able to put some of your gear that's within reach within the cockpit. So when you're taking a whole heap of tackle boxes and so forth, look, you can probably fit a couple underneath the seat, but I think one of the accessories that you're going to need to purchase if you are going to get into one of these kayaks is a kayak crate to stick in the back here. That way you're going to be able to pop it in here, get all of your rods and all of your tackle accessories and so forth within easy reach, just reaching back. But overall, the layout of this kayak is pretty solid for the type of entry-level pedal yak that it is. I think they've hit it pretty much spot on. So the Bay Sports 3.2 Paddle Pro, it comes standard with a paddle, comes with 2 rod holders, and it also comes with 2 star ports that you can mount anywhere on the rail system around the kayak. So let's now get her out on the water and see how she handles. Okay, so we've got the Bay Sports Pedal Pro out on the water, and I have to say, first impressions, I'm pretty impressed with this kayak as an overall package. The maneuverability is strong with the rudder. The trackability, the same with the rudder, is very good. When it comes to speed, look, I have been in pedal kayaks that probably have a little bit more velocity when they go forward, but in terms of its bang for buck, it's pretty strong. Now, where you're going to find a paddle kayak is going to probably fall short of a pedal kayak is in the stability. So as you can see, I'm standing up pretty easy in this kayak at the moment. To give you a bit of a demonstration, from a seated position into a standing position, you can do it without even having to touch the sides of the deck. You can move around pretty comfortably. So overall, with the use of the W-shaped hull that this particular model has, where it's got some really good buoyancy on the sides or the edges of the kayak, it really does make this a really stable kayak. So in terms of an overall test on the water, can't really fault it too much. It's a pretty damn good kayak. Okay, so we've finished with the on the water test. It's time to wrap things up and talk a little bit about price and value for money. So you can find the Pedal Pro 3.2 at baysports.com.au. So it retails at $18.99, but on the site at the moment you can pick it up for $15.89. It comes with a 5-year warranty on the hull and a 2-year warranty on the pedal drive. So when we're talking value for money, I think this is where this kayak really does start to stand out. At $15.89 for a pedal yak on the water, for something that does maneuver really well, is nice and comfortable, and if you are transitioning from a paddle yak into a pedal yak, look, I think this is a pretty good option to look at. For $15.89, it's a pretty solid and sound piece of equipment to get out on the water with. So So that's us done today out at North Pine Dam, reviewing the Bay Sports Pedal Pro 3.2. So look, overall, I think this kayak scores really strongly in terms of portability and its weight. Really strong build quality, and its on-water test was pretty impressive. Really maneuverable, really stable, and I think the real winner of the day is the price and the value for money. So if you are looking for an entry-level pedal kayak, look no further than the Bay Sports Pedal Pro. We'll see you out in the water next time, reviewing some more kayaks in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.